Welcome to the Car Deal Advisor Podcast Show. The presenter of this show is Hugh Hetrick. Get ready for special motoring legends and great deals on your next set of wheels. So the 5 red lights have just gone out and it's go, go, go.
Welcome to the Car Deal Advisor Podcast Show with me, Hugh Hetrick, and my special guest, Andrew Dixon.
Hello again, Hugh.
Well, Andrew, it's great to have you back on the show. You keep coming back, even though everyone would say, don't do it, Andrew, you still do.
Oh, there's some things you have to keep coming back to.
Exactly. Well, they always say hard work and tough times pay off. So I'm sure we're in the right thing there, aren't we? But, well, it's great to have all our listeners here with us today. We've had a very, very good couple of weeks. Lots of things happening, lots of updates, and some very exciting things to talk about tonight, including a very special competition.
Right.
Aye. So any sim racers out there, make sure you stay on the line. Don't change that channel. But now we'll go over some of the headlines on tonight's show.
In Formula One news, this year we're sadly losing Sauber after 25 years.
Yeah.
Sauber is to be rebranded Alfa Romeo Racing for this season.
Yeah.
They sponsored them last year, but this year they're totally Alfa Romeo.
It's going to be interesting. It's basically the same as Ferrari, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Peter Sauber similarly, I think, he'd had enough.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He wanted to retire a while ago.
And also Force India, when they were taken over last year, now this year they're going to be known totally as Racing Point.
Racing Point.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just my writing.
All right.
It's Racing Point.
That's something completely different than what I read earlier. But no, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So bankrupt Racing Point.
Yeah.
Because they went bust, but amazingly they were able to restart and keep going and actually perform remarkably well.
And yeah, I think they will do well this year, hopefully.
Yeah. And we've got some information about the Grand Tour.
Yes. Now, last year, Richard Hammond came up to Chirnside Loreto School and he raced Jim's Lotus 25, which is worth over £1 million alone.
Wow.
So there's going to be a Jim Clark segment in the Grand Tour to be broadcast tomorrow, 8th of February. But I just hope Hammond doesn't have another crash.
Yeah, we don't know another Lotus, do we?
Yeah, because then that's Clarkson's wardrobe budget blown for the entire season. I mean, how much does he spend on those slacks?
I know, no more cardigans.
Yeah.
No more dodgy suits.
Or leather jackets anymore. So.
Yeah. So we've got a range of things. I'm just saying, look how many motorsport headlines we have. We also have Formula E.
Yeah.
With another British winner.
Yeah, Sam Bird won. He's the only driver in the Formula E Championship to win at least one race per Formula E season now.
That's pretty good. And
he's consistent.
He's been up at the top quite a few races this year, hasn't he?
He's never won the championship yet, but this could be it. I mean, it's exciting because any of the top 5 or 8 drivers in a race can win Formula E, which is great. So.
Aye.
No, it wasn't as exciting as the last one, but the Chile race last week was good, and there is one next weekend again.
All right.
Yeah. Which is going to be a bit of a hassle for our own Dario Franchitti because he's just become a father again.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, over the weekend his wife had another wee girl. So.
Oh, did he remarry? I didn't realise.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So he's got 2 wee girls now.
All right.
Yeah,
oh, well. Because he used to be married to Ashley Judd, didn't
he?
he?
He did. Yeah,
and that finished a few while ago.
And he's remarried and now he's got 2 wee daughters. So.
Well, that's nice. So that's many congratulations to him. And sleepless nights are guaranteed. Well, maybe when he's up, during the night, giving the baby a feed kind of thing with a bottle, he can give us an interview to keep him awake, and we'll keep him going.
Well, hopefully he's going to be up at the Jim Clark weekend, so hopefully we'll get a chat with him.
That would be phenomenal. That would be really good. So we've got a whole range of things to talk about, and a very, very special sim racing competition. Let's go to this. Right. Now, last year, I had one of the guests on the show was Alan Fairbairn, a lovely guy, and he had been on a charity run which is called Rust to Rome, and he's going to do it again.
Yeah.
Now, the whole idea of Rust to Rome is to get a car, I think, worth less than £500, and you take it all the way from Scotland right the way through to Rome and then back again. And it's amazing because some of the cars you think they're never going to make it, but they do. Now, Alan's car made it no problem, pretty much. Like it sang on all cylinders there and back. And he had a great time, and he's hoping to do it again. Now, with Alan, he suffers from Parkinson's disease, so it's more than just an everyday run. It is a real challenge. And he's done extremely well to do what he's done so far. And on the 9th of March, here in Duns, you can come along and sign Alan's car. And he's going to also be there you can have a good chat with him. And it's only £2.50 to sign his car, and all the proceeds go
to Duns Junior Football Club.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, because I can't read your writing. So it was like, so yes, so it's going to be a really, really nice event, and it would be lovely for as many people as possible, especially for our local listeners who are able to make it and to support Alan.
And they can come along and meet you as well.
Of course, I'll be there. Yeah,
I'll try and be there.
That would be fun. The 9th of March is not too far away, just over a month.
And so that's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Duns Market Square.
Yes, that would be super. That's great. Now, let's go back to Formula One, because there's so many things in Formula One. We've got the start of testing. In just about a week and a half, they start testing.
Now, today, I was just reading Haas have unveiled their car today.
All right, yes, there have been a few.
They're a bit premature, but...
well, it's basically last year's Ferrari.
Well...
There's a few jigs and bigs. They're going to come. They're really going to love us, aren't they?
But I've still never had many details about how I'm going to watch the races this year, because I only get Channel 4. So,
you come to mine, I told you.
Well,
come to mine on a Sunday afternoon.
Right.
Now, that's not a ticket for everybody to come. That's for... I would start pay-per-view. But get a wee cinema going in the Bat Lounge.
Because I like some of the live races. I think Channel 4 are only showing the British Grand Prix live this year. Yeah. But I've had no details yet.
Yeah. When I was getting Now TV, get yourself a box and stick it in.
Oh, don't get my partner started on that. No.
I'm going to buy you one. No. I know your birthday's past. I'm going to get you one. It's like...
No, we've got over 100 channels and we're hardly ever in the house.
To watch it. No. But, so there you have it. So yes, Grand Prix testing starts. There's been a few unveilings. I think McLaren are going to be unveiling their car quite soon.
And fingers crossed that they've been jiggling about in the back room there, so hopefully they'll be competitive this year.
Yeah. No, that's going to be an interesting lineup. Of course, we've got Kimi Raikkonen, who has moved, done a switch with Charles Leclerc from Ferrari to go to Sauber.
Which is Alfa Romeo Racing.
Of course, Alfa Romeo. I'll have to get my head around that. But, so that's going to be interesting. I think he might do quite well, you know, because he did some pretty good performances last year.
Yeah.
And then we've got Vettel. I have a feeling that Vettel might start well with some pole positions. I had a vision that he crashed every one. It was the first race, and he started on pole, and then he just threw it all the way.
Right.
So I don't know.
I really, as I've said before in past podcasts, I think he should have had a year out. You know, just get his mindset.
See, I had a premonition last year that it was a picture of Lewis Hamilton almost like driving on a railway track. He just drove away, and in effect, in the end, he did. But all credit to him, he did some great races. So I just wonder.
Yeah, but I thought Vettel should have had this year off just to.
And if Vettel isn't there, who's going to be the one to challenge him?
Well, they think Red Bull's going to be it again this year.
That's what I was going to say. I think Verstappen, and who's it? Is it Pierre Gasly who's alongside him? I think they could be really, really strong.
I think there's already mind games going on. There was a report that Hamilton thinks Verstappen's his main rival. So Verstappen's matured now.
And he was very consistent at the end of last year. The last 8 or 9 races, they were on it. Not just in Mexico, but all over. So, and then they've got the new Honda engine. So if that is as good as what it could be, then I kind of think McLaren must be wondering, why did they let go? They should have just waited another year. You know.
It's Ricciardo who's going to miss out, I think, again.
Yeah, going to Renault. Hülkenberg, isn't it? Yeah, you just don't know how that's going to go.
Well, at least his wallet's full, so.
Yeah, I suppose that's the thing. But, so yes, and now, at the moment, it's just after 8 o'clock on Thursday night. But if you're listening from Britain, we get the Grand Tour roughly at about 11 o'clock at night, because it's an hour ahead in Europe, and they always launch it in European time. So yes, on tomorrow's Grand Tour, or if you're in Britain, tonight's Grand Tour, there's going to be a very special segment.
Yeah, last summer Richard Hammond came up. He did some filming in Churnside, in Edington, Maine's Jim's old farmhouse, and then at Loreto, Jim's old Edinburgh school. And there is a segment of my friend's cine film of Jim racing at Charter Hall in, I think, 57, 58.
Wow.
I've never seen a preview yet. My friend should have been given a DVD copy, but I don't know if he's got one yet.
Right, right.
I
saw that they were racing around one of the tracks as well.
Right.
Hammond gets in the car and races.
Yeah, the Lotus 25, which is an expensive car now.
Yeah, beautiful, amazing looking machine. What I did find, I was actually watching, unrelated to this, a program called Barn Finder, where they catch all these amazing old cars. And one of them in one of these garages was an old Lotus, but it was like a Formula Ford Lotus. Right. It was in the same green and silver kind of, or green and gold colours. And it was just been in a barn for 30 years. And it was again, I think a 60s or 70s car. And they were looking to do it up. But I mean, any one of these cars must be worth an absolute fortune.
Oh, the price is going sky high now,
Yeah. So that should be really good.
So that'll be tomorrow night. And then, well, you can catch it anytime, can't you?
Yes, if you're on Amazon Prime, you can get it after that. I think there are possibly other ways of buying it. I think they do put it on other platforms, but mainly Amazon Prime.
Hopefully I'll get the DVD copy as well. So.
Oh, that would be something, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, that will be good. Now I noticed you've got some information here about the Jim Clark Rally.
Yes, now, this is February now, so...
we haven't heard anything, have we?
There has been speculation, but there are no press releases, nothing imminent. They're all talking about the Granite City Rally, which is soon, so it'll...
You think it's going to be next year?
Yeah, it'll be next year now, unfortunately. The Transport Scotland vote finished at the end of January about closed road racing in Scotland. So by the time the politicians have dug their heels in and it's went through the Scottish Parliament, it'll be next year now, unfortunately. So unfortunately, nothing happening this May.
No. Oh well. But we do have, of course, the opening or the reopening of the Jim Clark Room.
Yeah, and that, well, have you been past there lately?
Yes, I was there a few times today. It's getting on with it.
Yeah, they're throwing the thing up. I mean, in a good way. They're making great progress. So instead of, well, they can't call it room anymore because there'll be at least 4 separate rooms. And I think there's going to be a kiddies play park at the back as well.
Yes, and a simulator.
And at least 2 of Jim's cars in the old garage.
Yeah.
So they can't call it room anymore in the plural. So.
Yeah. Oh, well. No, that's good, though. So hopefully it's going to be the middle of the summertime, I think, at the earliest, I would have thought. Probably July, August.
Well, they were hoping for June. This is February. So, I mean, there's they can do it. They can do it.
Yeah. But we'll keep you informed as soon as we find out more.
There's going to be a private family opening first and viewing because there's going to be a lot of stuff that no one's seen since the family collection. So the collection's going to be bigger, different photos. So hopefully that'll be June, and then hopefully to the public in July.
Yeah. No, that'll be something.
And hopefully Alan McNish
and anything else as well. I don't think so. I mean, I know that Goodwood's on, I think it's the 3rd of July, I think it is. Or is it the 3rd to the 7th, thereabouts? So, well, certainly, I don't think they would be trying to do anything that would conflict with a race or with Goodwood or anything like that.
They are toying with the names Dario Franchitti, David Coulthard, Alan McNish and Jackie Stewart, so hopefully them and a lot more others can come in.
There could be some more rather famous people getting done.
This will be the 50th anniversary of the opening of the room as well. Jackie opened it in summer '69. So
really, yeah, that's amazing. Oh well, there you go. Right, we'll be back right after this break with some amazing news. So listen carefully. We'll be right back.
At cardioadvisor.co.uk, we can help you save thousands of pounds on your next new car or van. And we can also source second-hand cars as well. And we can save you money on car rental, whether it be in the UK and abroad. Just click our rental link on the website. And we'll give you a free gift if you trade in your car with We Buy Any Car using our special website link. So go to the website now and see how much you can save. And it's back to the show. Thanks for listening.
And welcome back to the Cardio Advisor podcast show with me, Hugh Hattrick, and my special guest, Andrew Dixon.
Hello again.
Well, now we're in for the most exciting part of the show.
Right.
I had a light bulb moment. Yes, a light bulb moment. And then normally everyone runs and say, get your wallets out, that's right, I can take credit card payments. But no, we had a great idea a couple of weeks ago when I was doing my podcast with Super GT. And I had the idea that why don't we do a special sim race in Duns on the reopening of the Jim Clark Museum. And he said, yeah, that would be something else. He would love to be part of that. So we've just got to confirm the dates and make sure it doesn't conflict with anything else. But as far as we know, Super GT is interested in doing it.
Right.
And not just Super GT. We've also had another chap called GT Tidgney, who's one of the FI winners. He got through to the finals and has won events, and also has a big following. So I've got another couple of folk who are also fairly interested. And next week I'll be interviewing a chap called David Perel, who's a sim racer and a real life racing driver, who races for Ferrari in the GT Blanchon Championship. So it's going to be a very interesting interview next week. But I'm hoping to have as many of them come up as possible. I know that Tidgney's fans said they'll have a big road trip and they wanted to come up and they think it would be a great idea. So for all the fans of Super GT or any other sim races, or if you're a sim racer yourself and you're listening to the show, then we would love to have you up here in Duns for the reopening. Just give us an email. It's info@cardioadvisor.co.uk. Or you can also use podcast at cardioadvisor.co.uk. I'll make sure I list it on the podcast information, and obviously it's on the website and on our YouTube channel, which is Hugh Hattrick. And then let us know if you're interested in coming, and we'll see what we can do.
Now, we had a competition a few podcasts ago.
Yes.
Now, the room is going to be renamed when it's opened. We were asking, we know what it's going to be called, but did any of our listeners know?
No.
Because there was a prize.
There was.
Yeah.
And it's a great prize.
But no replies.
No replies so far, so we'll have to wait and see so we get to keep the prize.
Well, and we get to keep the secret of the new name.
It'll be auctioned off at Sotheby's, our incredible prize. It's worth something, I know. But maybe in the future, possibly. But yes, so we're going to have this race. Now, the only thing is, it takes a bit of money to cover the cost, get the rig up here. But when you hear what the prize is going to be, you're going to want to be part of this, I can assure you. How would you like to drive against some of the top drivers in the UK who are not just sim racers, but sim champions? Well, this is your chance. Only by listening to the Cardio Advisor podcast show, or if you donate just £1 on our website, that's you entered the programme. And what will happen is, for everyone who enters, we will put them in the draw. And we're going to be launching a new t-shirt as well. So if you buy the t-shirt, you'll actually get about 4 or 5 entries by doing that, because obviously it's worth a bit more money. And that will help to cover the cost, because we need to raise basically around about £4,500 if we're going to be able to make it all happen. So we need the fans of Super GT and Tidgney and the like to come along and say, yes, we're ready to support it, because this will be incredible. You could race against your #1 sim racer idols.
And possibly some ex-F1 drivers, if they're up for it, and if they're here on the room launch weekend.
Well, we certainly think. I mean, I'm hoping to speak to Louise Walker, the double Ladies World Rally Champion. We've got even Andrew Cowan was a keen sim racer as well. He's got he'd done some sim racing at home before. And I think if David Coulthard and others come, I can't see them not being able to resist. Especially it's going to be literally just across the road from the museum. They could come along and have a shot too. And also, it's going to be live streamed. So if you beat them, if you go out there and beat Super GT, then you have a chance to say, not just get the t-shirt, but it's live streamed and you'll have that piece of history all about you that you won on the night. So it's a phenomenal prize. I think it's, it could be something really special. But we need a bit of money to be able to do it. So it would be phenomenal if you could go to our donations page on the cardioadvisor.co.uk website. You'll see the PayPal link there, or when it says pay a bill or an invoice. All you need to do is click onto that and pay £1. You can donate for just £1. It's also on the podcast website there. You just go into that link and you can pay £1. And we'll keep you up to date with all our new offers for things like the t-shirts to support the channel. It makes the podcast possible. So there you have it, a prize like no other. Now, we're on to our new car news segment. Well, what have we got this week then, Andrew? Don't worry, I'm only kidding. I want to make you look a bit like, oh no, I haven't got it in front of me.
Yeah, you've got the information.
We have some really good information, because out there around the world there are literally millions of VW Golf fans, especially the Volkswagen Golf GTI. And the good news is there's a new one coming for 2020. And I have to say, it looks a bit slicker than the current one. And there's even better news, they're not going to have a hybrid.
Right.
No. They want to play to the Golf GTI's strengths. It's going to be about improving the breed rather than kind of electric or emissions rubbish. We don't need to worry about that. It's polluting the environment, and that's fine.
And a better breakdown service.
Exactly. It has a standard output of 252 horsepower and a more powerful 286 horsepower model, badged TCR, and that will replace the current performance version of the GTI. But it's they've just been driving the Mark 7 Golf, to be fair, in Autocar, and it's in Autocar here that I'm actually reading this bit from, the headline for the new Golf GTI, but that will be some car. Now the great news is we're always able to get discounts on these, and currently on the current version there's about $6,000 off the R version, which is a nice car. So if you're looking for a Golf GTI, make no mistake, you need to go to our website, give us an email, fill out a contact form, and we will get you a phenomenal price on a current GTI, and also when the new one comes out, we'll be able to get them too. Now, there's always SUV fans, isn't it? They always like SUVs, and the Discovery Sport is one of the most popular. And there's a new one coming out, which has been revamped, and basically Land Rover are targeting Volvo with this new platform and a refurbished interior. I mean, the thing is, there's so many of them about, and yet the values are rock solid. Residuals are really, it's hard to find a cheap one. But this is their main car. Again, it's going to be coming hopefully in the summertime. It looks probably a little bit slicker again than the current car, but the current one does look good. They've got a few tweaks to the bumpers and the headlights, but really that's about it. Obviously some more new technology and things. There's no electric Discovery Sport planned, but a plug-in hybrid using a new 3-cylinder petrol engine is expected next year, with an electric-only range of up to 50 miles. And it's also got two and four-wheel drive versions will be offered as before. A lot of the technology is going to be coming from the new Range Rover Evoque. So it should be a really good car, because I mean the current one handles pretty well, and they are pretty nice. So I do remember having one the Lord Formaker showed, and I took off over one of the yumps, and it bounced about a bit. It nearly put me off into the wall. So I thought maybe it's not a sports car after all. But that will be nice. Now, any Volvo fans out there, the Volvo V40, which has been around for quite some time, is about to be replaced. And they're saying now it could well be replaced not with a normal hatchback, but with an SUV coupe. Now, the recent Volvos that they've been launching, I have to say, have been some of the nicest designs in a long time. Really kind of plush and slick, and although if you have an XC90, rather unreliable. But I think the other cars seem to be doing a bit better. But this picture that we have here is a kind of 3-door and 5-door SUV coupe could be the way to go. Because the XC40 is the kind of the latest SUV, but it's a little bit, unless you get a really good colour and a nice spec, it looks a bit kind of, just not very masculine. You know, and SUVs need to be quite masculine to kind of make them sell, or to be at least interesting. Don't worry, we can't be demonetised. We're not quite yet here on YouTube. Now, how about a Maserati for your birthday? Midlife crisis?
How much is that one?
Oh my goodness me!
Doesn't say.
It will be.
I'll have two of them, Hugh. That's fine.
This amazing, stunning new Maserati. Now they've got basically a revival plan. Now, how many times have you heard about a revival plan for Maserati? But FCA, which is the Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, they face pressure to shake up the model lineup under new management. Now the Levante, which is the 4x4, the sales have been threatened by newer rivals, and the Gran Turismo has been on the market for 11 years. So they really do need to try and sort it out. I mean, it's a lovely car, but they do need some new vehicles to replace.
Has it got some oomph to it?
Oh yes, here we are. And one of the quotes is, "No longer having to avoid treading on Ferrari's toes should be good news for the long-awaited Alfieri." But I mean, this one here looks absolutely stunning. But this is the new Alfieri Coupe, which is both fully electric and plug-in hybrid form. And they're going to have a new SUV to sit beneath the Levante. That will probably be on maybe the Stelvio platform, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio platform. And also new replacements for the Ghibli, Quattroporte, and the Levante as both electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids. What's going to be more unreliable than Maserati plug-in hybrids? I don't know if they're going on past performance.
Renault F1.
Well, yeah, that's true. Maybe they're going to do a partnership.
Well, maybe.
It was like, the thing was, unfortunately, the sales of Maseratis were down by 26% year on year. I mean, last year was a difficult year for a lot of cars. Despite setting a target of 50,000 worldwide sales in 2018, itself downgraded from 75,000 units. Only 26,400 cars were shipped by the end of September. So, I mind you, that's actually, they need a bit of thing. The thing is, the Italian economy has just gone into recession, so it could be a bit of a tough one for that. But we'll see how they get on. But yeah, so that is our new car news, and it's going to be interesting to see what is coming out.
I've also got some unrelated news. I'm going on a bus trip in March, end of March, and I'm going to the Beaulieu Motorsport Museum, which I've never been to.
Ah, fantastic!
Never been to it. So
yeah. Well,
have you been?
I've not. I've been to the old Rover, the Rover Museum at Gaydon, and I heard that one of my friends was saying it's still going, because I thought maybe it may have closed when Rover went bust, but seemingly it's still going.
When I worked in the Jim Clark room, we had leaflets for Beaulieu, and it looks great. Cars all the way back to the very start. So I'm going the end of March, so I'll report back after that.
Yeah, where exactly is Beaulieu?
I'm not exactly sure. We're going on a bus trip to Bournemouth.
Right,
so it must be somewhere. It's near Monkey World and places like that. So if I'm allowed back up, then...
If you can't make it to Monkey World, you can make it to Beaulieu.
I might not make it out of Monkey World.
I'm sure your bus will get there and get you out.
No, they might keep me locked up.
But yeah, no, these museums are actually really good. Now, I'm trying to remember.
And as I say, we've lost Donington now. So.
Yeah, no, it's gone. In fact, I was speaking to a chap who was saying that they've got rid of quite a lot of the cars.
a lot of the cars were in private collections themselves. But
So no, that was the thing. But no, there's some really good events. I'll hopefully be going to Company Car in Action, which is normally in June. Which, if you're a fleet manager or if you're anything to do with fleet and get company cars, you want to be there because it's your chance to drive lots of different cars over a couple of days. And it's just a brilliant event, a lot of fun. It's a lovely time of year. It's based at Millbrook, which is down near Milton Keynes.
It might coincide with the Jim Clark room.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that it would do, because this is during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, so
that'll be
hopefully
fine.
it should be all right. It's a magnificent few days. We always try and get there if we can. It gives you a chance to drive everything that's new, and sometimes cars that aren't even launched yet, you get a chance to get a ride in or even a drive in.
Yeah, so even though it's just February, we've got a lot to look forward to this year. And the Formula One season starts in 5 weeks. So.
Yeah, so it's really been it. And we're hoping to do some good reviews of the races there. We won't say who won the race. Some Brazilian guy? We'll try to avoid that one. But there we are. So we're coming to the close of the Cardo Advisor podcast show. But thank you very much to our listeners. And remember, you can find out more about us on the website, which is cardioadvisor.co.uk. You can join our Facebook page. Give us a like and a follow, which is Cardio Advisor, all one word, on Facebook. And also, if you want to look at our videos, you can go to Hugh Hattrick on YouTube. We've got now about 30 odd videos now.
Okay.
Mind you, my stuff seems to be intertwined with kind of footballers. Anything with hat-trick in it, it kind of comes up. But we do have quite a few great videos there, and we'll be doing a lot more as we go on. But have a great driving week. Make sure you drive carefully, just like William Willard would say. And we'll speak to you soon. Bye just now.
Bye for now.
For more information, go to cardioadvisor.co.uk and you can see all the special offers that we have on the website. And remember, we have our YouTube channel, which is at Hugh Hattrick, and also we have our podcast on Podbean, on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Anchor FM. And if you like what you hear, please like and subscribe to our shows, or you can donate every month for just £1. Thanks for listening, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.